So hello students, welcome to OTS. So today we will be discussing about the TA 2021 PIB interviews, right? Since the results has been declared, so many of the candidates who were calling us, right? So I would like to clarify all those doubts in this single session, short session actually, short video. Alright, so regarding many queries regarding the documents required, if and buts kind of question. The second, what actually happens in interview, because not much resources are available as per the interview, right? Nowadays you can find at least few, but 2 years back, even I tried, there was no much as such resources available. The third thing, some issues related to that. You should listen to this thing properly. Actually, it's a genuine thing which you should have a look. Fourth one, about the PIB workshop, or you can say that the guidance session which will be starting 17th December onwards. So let's start with this. In case again a request, if you want to contact us, if you want to ask something, please WhatsApp your queries at this, or if you don't use WhatsApp, because some of the candidates said that they use Telegram, the UPSC candidates, right? So you can Telegram at the same number as well, right? Because picking up the calls become difficult while I am in a session or some classroom, web school as well as college projects. So थोड़े difficulties आती हैं. So please try to message us. That will be better. We'll respond as and when we get time, right? So thank you for your patience. So tentative marks of the written qualified candidates. As you know that the names has been revealed, roll number given, centers given, right? So nobody knows the exact marks, but since on the basis of the feedback of the candidates who has qualified. So whoever is trying to contact us, I have asked them, can you please share the tentative score so that we can convey it to the other candidates, right? ताकि ये information लोगों के बीच में रहे. Right? So based on this, I have feel that none of the successful candidate has told that he is less than 122, right? So जितने भी candidates मुझे अभी तक मिले हैं जो successful है, whether it's Delhi, whether it's Hisar Center, Chandigarh Center, they have told that कि yes, there was one from I think Tamil Nadu as well. He said that he, more or less 130 plus hai. One of the guys said that I was expecting around 132, right? So that was the least one जो मैंने सुना. And जिनका नहीं हुआ, those who have not made it, they were around 114, 116, 110. So let's keep it a boundary around 120 plus. Maybe is a safe side. Although few candidates said they were expecting around 154, 162, right? So that may be a slightly higher note. So this one for those candidates who are looking for what is the written marks as a bandwidth, right? Next here is the PIB process. Documents required. You need to have an I card which everybody has. Aadhaar card, passport, license, anything. PAN card. The third thing, ITR. You must fill the ITR. ITR की date अभी भी है. अगर अभी तक आपने ITR नहीं भरा है तो आप एक रख लें, because they will ask you at the center income tax return proof, because this entry is for the employed or self-employed person. Even employed आपकी अर्निंग है, जो भी अर्निंग है, let's keep it around 2 lakhs, मान लो मिनिमम ही मानते हैं 1.5 लाख 2 लाख साल की जो भी होगी, आप उसका ITR भर के रख लें. That is authentic proof that yes, you are earning something. It doesn't matter, I got some queries that there are some students who said that कि सर मैं तो home tuition करता हूँ या कुछ classes लेता हूँ part time and earning is around 4,000 or 5,000 per month. Not a worry, you just fill the ITR. Don't worry about that, right? So you will get a template of that when you get the email for the SSB. You will get a template of self-employed certificate. आपको खुद ही साइन करना है. इस बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न नहीं है, वो आसानी से हो जाता है, राइट? कोर्ट में नोटरी से भी हो जाता है. दैट इज सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट सर्टिफिकेट दैट यू आर सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड एंड यू आर अर्निंग टेंटेटिवली दिस मच अमाउंट ईयरली, राइट? तो ITR जरूरी है. और ये सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट डिक्लेरेशन, इफ यू आर एम्प्लॉयड दैट इज वेल एंड गुड, फिर तो कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है आपके पास, राइट? इन सम केसेस, राइट, आपने जब अप्लाई किया होगा, एम्प्लॉयड होंगे किसी गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट में. जो सम कैंडिडेट्स जो मेरे पास आए थे जिन्होंने PCS का PCS वाले सर्विसेज में है, यूपी PCS, एक बिहार PCS का भी था, राइट? सो जो आपने डिपार्टमेंट से NOC पहले भी ले रखा होगा शायद अप्लाई करते टाइम, तो यू नो दिस डॉक्यूमेंट्स एक्चुअली, राइट? थर्ड वन, इंटरव्यू, राइट? So what is the duration of the interview? Now, don't confuse this with the SSB. SSB is completely different from this one. But yes, you will get a feel of the interview, the mature interview in this. You will enjoy this. Those candidates who are quite matured, you have better understanding, you will really enjoy this interview actually. Right? This is based on this personal experience I am telling you. The interview can be between from 5 to 30, maybe 35, but this is the general one. I have seen many candidates by center who were in interview room for hardly 3 to 4 minutes. In fact, there were two candidates before me. There was a girl, maybe she was working in some support system of IT or maybe call center, I'm not sure. Right, there was a guy as well who just went and came out within 1 minute, I think. Right, and he was disappointed. I don't know what happened inside, but this I personally think that they look for the maturity. You have to present yourself. Yes, you are a genuine candidate, and you are actually not dependent upon that service, right? So you are not looking upon as a salary, as a purpose of salary. ये बहुत बड़ी चीज है, right? You are self-dependent. You are around, let's suppose you are 27, 28, 29, whatever is the age. That presents your maturity. So they will give you 20-30 minutes to present yourself. Not for everyone, depends on your answer. Let's suppose this question starts and you'll answer your the hobby, name, maybe your employment. The question will basically start from your employment, more or less. If you're, let's suppose, teacher, they will ask you some subject question, right? So if you don't know, just pass out the question. Sorry sir, I don't know. And if you answer, they will cross question. Now the one thing in the interview, there are around 5 to 6 army officials, those who take the interviews, right, in front of you, maybe 2 behind you as well. I have seen that. There may be the presence of one educationalist, right? Like in civil service interviews, you may find, one professor, senior professor, retired professor, who has the experience of looking upon the academician. Because this entry there are a lot of candidates who are well educated, having a good academic background as well. कुछ professors, assistant professor भी हो सकते हैं, right? And कुछ आप कह सकते हो जो senior PCS अधिकारी हैं वो भी होते हैं. So there is some academician there, right? In Chandigarh, I remember the name of the guy because he's quite popular. He was a retired professor of Punjab University, Professor Naval Kishore. He was Dean of Student Welfare, right? And he was present there, right? So ये भी हो सकता है. I'm not sure कि हर board में ये है, but in Chandigarh he was there. बिकॉज जो मेच्योर कैंडिडेट से लेट्स सपोज कि काफी जो अच्छे प्रोफाइल पे है, उनके एकेडमिक से रिलेटेड कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछना मे बी इसके लिए वो उनके लिए भी प्रेजेंस हो सकता है, राइट? सो इट्स स्लाइटली डिफरेंट. आप जब एसएसबी इंटरव्यू में जाते हैं वहां आपके पास एक इंटरव्यूअर होते हैं, वो आपसे बेसिकली क्वेरीज करते हैं. बट यहाँ पे 5-6 लोग होते हैं, एजुकेशनलिस्ट भी हो सकते हैं पैनल में, एंड दे विल आंसर यू एंड सम ऑफ देम लुक बिहाइंड यू एज वेल हु कैन लुक अपॉन द मूवमेंट्स, राइट? एनीवेज, राइट? So PIB interview is more or less not a selection, it's a filter process. I personally get a feel that it's a filter process where they filter out the candidates between mature and immature, right? If you are going to present your maturity within the given stipulated time, they will counter your question from the different domains and you have to counter that as well. You have to answer in a better manner, in a confident manner, right? That shows maturity. If you are mature, you will be confident. That, keep this thing in mind, right? आपको इसके लिए कोई डेडिकेटेड फुल टाइम कोचिंग करने की जरूरत बिल्कुल नहीं है, राइट? बिकॉज सम ऑफ द कैंडिडेट्स विल बी कमिंग एंड सेइंग दैट देयर इंटरव्यू वाज ओवर इन 5 minutes. So do you think that you need a dedicated coach for this? No, it's absolutely you need to present yourself in the given time in a better manner, in a perfect manner. What you are, they will grill you over your PIQs, your job profile, your expectation, what you do, and some basic questions about the recent happenings, right? I already said that they can ask you about the particular day on your interview. You must scroll over. आजकल तो आप digital world में हैं. You can look over the Instagram page, Facebook. What's happening? News is everywhere, right? So go through the government popular news, recent updates. Recent मतलब which is quite in news, right? That will help you out actually. That yes, at least you are aware of. It's not about that how much current affairs you know. No, it's not like that. They cannot expect that you know each and everything about happenings around the world because you are an employed guy. You can clearly say that you don't get time to read newspaper daily. That's not a concern. In fact, I have told that. Interview there was only one question which I didn't answer. That was the full name of PV Sindhu, right? So this was my last question actually. After around 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes of interview, what is the full name of PV Sindhu? I didn't know that PV stands for her village name. Right? So इस तरह के क्वेश्चन होते हैं. There is nothing to be demoralized. Even if you don't answer, then you are not a god or you are not semi-god that you know everything. You are employed, you are doing a service. That's the perfect thing. Third one, एक इशू जो है आपको बताता हूं. Don't quit your job. अभी जो आप जॉब कर रहे हैं आप प्लीज इसको क्विट ना करें इसके चक्कर में, राइट? आप इसकी तैयारी करने के लिए बहुत टाइम की जरूरत नहीं है. Even 2-3 days are sufficient to go through or grill your PIQs and the interview, the PIB interview. एक बड़ा इशू जो है which I feel that the TA 2019 final selected candidates list has not been revealed. I haven't found, so I'm not sure if any one of you are able to find out who all has been selected, who all had been selected in TA 2019 finally. If you know there is a list, please send me as well, because I was not able to find out who are the guys who were finally selected in the. This is a big concern for me. आपको पता है number of vacancies भी reveal नहीं होती. Nobody knows exact number of vacancy. Point number one. Nobody knew who were finally selected, at least for the last time. If you know, please share. Right? मैंने एक दो लोगों से और पूछा. They didn't have this final list. I was not able to find it. अगर आपके पास है तो आप मुझसे शेयर कर सकते हैं. I will thank you for that. Right? So आप इस अपनी जॉब को क्विट ना करें. It will take at least 1 month to get your, the PIB dates or PIB letter. आपको अभी 1 महीने का टाइम है. It's enough. It's more than sufficient. आप ITR फॉर्म फिल करके रखिए, ये बहुत जरूरी है. You don't need a full-time dedicated approach or coaching for this, right? You are mature. Just grill yourself, right? Although, just as a part of guidance, we will be starting a PIB workshop. So it is a one-to-one kind of session, right? Because in interviews they will be asking different domains. So we will be also in workshop. We'll be telling about the basics of PIB. Then we will be having one-to-one session with the candidates if you enroll with us, right? Going through your basic PIQs based on the domains, based on my experience, based on my faculties and experience, right? So ये हम आपके साथ करेंगे. This is what we can assist you, right? That will be 17th December onwards. We have compiling out some question around 200-300 common questions for a matured guys, kind of, you can say, expect in civil services as well, or a PCS exam, because this entry is slightly different from the +2 or the graduate, simple graduate entry, right? So of course a mature kind of approach is required, and I can say I personally love this interview, or you can say the personal like interaction with the candidates who are matured enough, because you don't expect such kind of a rude behavior with them. They have some logic to answer, right? So ये बड़ा interesting सा session होता है, which I personally enjoy, right? So we have the Telegram group. Of course, you can contact us at our official number 7710548960. Right? We'll be adding you to the group. Then we'll be keeping you updating about the session, the upcoming ones, and in case any of the the fill in the blanks kind of things which you feel that yes, I need to fill this gap. Right? So plug in all the gaps, ready for the PIBs, but don't quit your job. Do what you are doing right now. Enjoy the journey. That's the best thing. Right? So that's all a brief about this. Question, queries, definitely you can contact us, but prefer via WhatsApp or SMS or Telegram, right? Try to avoid calls. It's difficult to take out call every time. Thank you. Good luck.